Hello world, I'm Missy Girl and welcome back to the video with your girl, Missy Girl. Excuse me, I know it's a different scenery. This is not my room, obviously. This is a hotel room. I booked it for myself to do a me day because I'm off this week. So I just did it for one day. But hopefully I'll be able to post more videos more frequently. Maybe it's just once a month that I post. But I'm here to tell you two story times. And if you are not the age of 21, please don't watch this video because this video is all about the times that I got wasted. And I'm making this video because I saw earlier today this video on like the different stages of getting drunk and getting wasted. So I wanted to share my experiences, right? So a little background story. I'm not really a heavy drinker because of these reasons. I typically drink wine. I'm actually sipping some right now. And I drink occasionally, right? So the first story, this happened on my 23rd birthday. Well, not on my 23rd birthday, the weekend of my 23rd birthday, right? This was back during COVID, 2020. I did an Airbnb for my friends and I for my birthday, right? Everything was nice. My birthday that year was on a Saturday, so on a Friday we came together to the Airbnb, did some games, and we was drinking, of course, right? Because we all of age, period. Excuse me. On the table there were shots, right? My best friend was like, "Oh, now you taking these shots because it's your birthday, period." So I took the first shot. I was like, "Okay, I'm feeling it, right?" Second shot. I'm like, "All right, I'm feeling it a little bit too much." Then she pours a little bit more of my little lemonade that I made or whatever. Not made, but juice, right? So mind you, these shot glasses or cups rather were not typical. Like a typical shot glass is like this, like maybe this small, right? No, this glass was like this. So she was pouring it to the rim for real. So I was really feeling it, honestly. And this is the first time I actually like took shots basically. Because like I said before, I usually drink wine or coolers or keeping it real simple. So mind you, we live in Airbnb, right? So when you get blacked out drunk, there are times when you don't remember anything at all. And this is what I was going through. I don't remember anything at all. But however, I I came out of my drunkenness, if that makes sense. Like if you ever experienced being blackout drunk before, sometimes when you're drunk, you come out of your drunken, like you're blacked out. But like I don't know how to say it. You come out of the times when you're blacked out and you go right back into it. It's really hard to explain it. I don't know how to explain it, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, right? The first moment I remember coming out of my blackoutness was in the middle of the night. It was about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I just remember sitting in the toilet in the bathroom. I know TMI, I'm so sorry. I was sitting in the bathroom and it was my best friend and my other female friends. They were all with me. It was about five of us, right? Well, five and then me, right? So all I remember is sitting in the toilet, like I said before, and my best friend and I were just singing like gospel songs. I was crying. My other friends were making sure I was drinking water. Like it was crazy, right? So that I remember. Then I blacked out again, and then I unblacked out, and then that point I was on the bed, and I just remember just being in my robe, and I had to throw up in my robe because I threw up. And I was like, my robe is dirty, it's all messed up. I brought this robe for my birthday. Like I was crying. It was like, it's okay. Like there was a washer and dryer at the Airbnb. They was like, we're gonna wash it, we're gonna clean it, don't worry about it. It's good, it's good, it's good. I was like, I'm so sorry, y'all. My party is ruined, my party is ruined. They was like, your party is not ruined, Naya. Like you're having a good time. Like this is your birthday, celebrate big, go all out, this and the third. I'm like, I still feel so bad. Mind you, I'm boohoo crying, like I'm bawling, y'all. So then I fell asleep. I knocked out, woke up, and I woke up to the Airbnb's message saying that, oh, you guys were too loud, this and the third. So I came to my friends to confront them about it because I'm like, I don't remember any of this because I was drunk. So all my friends were like, no, we weren't even loud. Like the one guy came once at about maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, and after that we just stopped being loud or whatever because we was playing some music and then we turned it off because we was playing games and we was talking, laughing, the usual young adult party. So the Airbnb was messaging me like, oh, if this happens again, you're gonna get kicked out. We don't tolerate this and that. They're just being real disrespectful, right? So my friends were messaging for me because obviously I didn't know. Like I can't, mind you, I'm already hungover. So that day my stomach was on 100. Like my head was on 100. I didn't really get a chance to fully enjoy my birthday because I was hungover, right? But I like once I felt better, like I made sure I drank enough water and things like that. I eventually did enjoy my birthday, and it ended up not going as planned anyway. I'll make another story about that because it really didn't go as planned. But that's another story for another day. We're talking about me being drunk. So that was the first time, right? The second time, I want to say this was 2021, right? Yeah, this was 2021, right? I was invited to this little telly And I was cool with this girl on Instagram or whatever. She was inviting me to this little telly or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. Mind you, and this is a disclaimer, y'all. If you are going to drink, make sure you eat. The first time when I got drunk like I did for my 23rd birthday, that was the first time I actually got drunk for real. We had pizza. So I had pizza, and they say that bread is like the best thing to have when you're drinking, which, pizza is bread, obviously. So this time at the telly, I didn't. It wasn't really a telly. We were at a hotel, someone's house or whatever. I didn't really have any food. I had food in the morning, but that was it. I don't know why I didn't eat. Listen, y'all. You live and you learn. You're young. You're dumb. You make dumb decisions. So they had Hennessy, and I don't really drink Hennessy again because it is reason. But they were taking shots, and I was like, all right, like I'm chilling with y'all, like let me take a shot too. So I took a shot as well, and I drank something else that wasn't Hennessy. I forgot what it was. Maybe it was Pink Whitney. I don't remember what it was. It was 2 years ago. So I was feeling it for real. Like everybody was like, they weren't really dancing. They were just like talking and smoking weed. And I don't smoke. I just vape. But that's about it. They were smoking weed, they were talking, they were laughing, all this other stuff. So I was just sitting there vibing, right? So it gets to the point where it starts to become late. So mind you, this wasn't even in my city. This was in another city. It was like 25 minutes away from me. I'm like, yo, I was like, all right, I need to get home. So it was about 1 o'clock in the morning when I called my Uber. So the girl that invited me brought me out to the Uber. So then after that, I got in the Uber, and the guy was asking me questions. He's like, "Oh, how are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm good." Mind you, I'm drunk because I had a whole I had a whole shot of Hennessy, and also some other drinks as well, and I did not eat anything, so I was drunk, y'all. So when I got out the car, I grabbed all my stuff, and I guess I was blacked out at the time because I honestly don't remember what I'm about to tell you. But I got a message from Uber saying that I have extra fees to pay. And I'm like, wait a minute, like I know the Uber wasn't that much. Like it was from one city to another city. Like if anything, it was like $20, like $25 at the most. Why are they charging me $50? And I'm like, I messaged the company, the Uber company, and I was like, why am I being overcharged? And they were like, oh, because like of course like now it's like actual person, like, oh, because the driver reported that you damaged the car. And I'm like, damaged the car? Damage the car? I can't even damage a fly. Like, what you mean damage a car? So I was like, what, like, how did I damage the car? And they was like, oh, the driver reported that you threw up in the car. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm fighting for my life, y'all. I'm defending myself to the T. I'm like, I did not throw up in this car. I do not recall. Please send me pictures. Please send me pictures. Y'all, they sent me the picture of what the Uber driver reported to Uber. And y'all, it was a lot of throw up in that car, in that back seat. I'm like, oh, you right. I'll pay the $50 because I and it was like, yeah, the $50 covers the cleaning and the inconvenience to the driver. Da da da. I was like, all right, I'm so sorry. I was apologizing to the owner because obviously I couldn't get connected to the driver because like once you get dropped off from to your destination, the driver just like disappears, disconnects, whatever. So I'm just like, And I was telling my dad, and my dad was like, "You threw up in the Uber driver?" I was like, "Daddy, I don't even remember this happening." He's like, "Were you drunk?" I was like, "Yeah, but I don't remember." And mind you, when I got home, this is before I checked the messages for Uber, I was throwing up again. So he was like, "What did you have?" And I was telling him that I had Hennessy and that I had a couple other drinks too, like not like major drinks, but like I think it was like I can't even remember. I think they made like little cocktails out of like the drinks that they had there or whatever. Anyway, irrelevant. And he was like, well, you must have been drunk if you like threw up. I was like, I honestly remember stumbling out of the car, but that's all I remember. And then I showed him the picture of the car seat. And my dad was like, oh yeah, Naya, you were drunk. And I was like, well, he knew that I was drunk, but he didn't know that I was that drunk, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, bruh. He was like, so you're gonna pay that $50, are you? I'm like, yeah, if I don't pay it, they're gonna like because they already told me, they said if you don't pay the $50, we're gonna have to put you on probation or ban you from Uber, whatever it was. I was like, listen, I need my Uber, so let me pay this $50. It's my fault. It wasn't like it was nobody else's fault. It was my fault for making the wrong decisions or whatever. And luckily, I wasn't driving. Like I do not drink and drive, y'all. If I'm going somewhere and I know I'm gonna be drinking, I definitely will Uber or I have someone else pick me up. I don't even do the designated driver. I mean, I don't even have friends, but I don't even do the designated driver because I could be the mistaken person that drinks a little bit too much as a designated driver. Like not even like a lot where I get drunk, but a little bit enough to for me to get tipsy. I wouldn't want to risk that for anybody. So I would just Uber or whatever. I'm just like, yeah, getting drunk is not for me. Taking shots is not for me. So now to this day, I just drink my wine. I just drink my little cocktails and call it a day for real. So that is my story time on the 2 times that I got blacked out drunk. Let me know if you want to hear about the story time about my 23rd birthday. Also, let me know if you want to hear about the story times of when I got high. Y'all, that story, well, there's a couple stories along those lines, but those stories are kind of crazy as well. So just let me know what you guys want to hear. Love you, miss you all. I miss making videos for you guys so much. So be true, be you, be blessed. Hope all is well with your family. I know COVID is still real, even though they're gonna lift some restrictions later in this year. So hopefully you all are staying safe and you're enjoying yourself and you're enjoying life. And yeah, be blessed.